Hey guys, and welcome to the first episode of the Geeks of the Multiverse podcast. Well, actually, this is the very first video on the channel. So, welcome to the Geeks of the Multiverse channel. Today, we've got some fairly generic topics, I'd say, because we're currently going through quite the dry period when it comes to news. So, today, we'll be talking about the effects of the pandemic, because we can't say the word on YouTube, on media, Hollywood, TV, all the good things we love and love to talk about here on the channel. SDCC 2020 is cancelled for the first time in 50 years. MCU slate delays and reshuffle. The rise on video on demand. And the things we're currently doing to stay busy during the pandemic. So, my name's Brandon.
I'm Will.
And without further ado, let's get into it.
Right.
So, the effects of the pandemic.
So, Jesus Christ, we can't even say the word. It's that bad.
It's quite a depressing podcast, actually, when you look at it. It's like,
It is.
movies delayed, TV's delayed.
Imagine looking back at this
delayed, SDCC's gone.
Yeah. Imagine looking back at like this in like a year, and hopefully everything's back to normal.
Let's hope so.
Just seeing
let's hope people are
depressing.
still watching our content in a year.
Yes.
Content, woo, quality.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, basically everything's been kind of put on hold apart from things that are in production, or should I say pre-production for like 2022 and perhaps even late 2021, stuff like that.
Yeah.
According to James Gunn on his Instagram Q&A that was taking place yesterday, apparently everything's on schedule for the Suicide Squad.
That's good. That's good.
I think, did they finish shooting?
I think so.
I know they haven't done reshoots yet.
They were very close to all they had.
Yeah. Because I know he said he's editing right now, but I know he likes to edit as he goes. So who knows? He says he's keeping up with editing at home. Yeah, man, it's weird, isn't it?
It is.
But you look at it like, obviously, I'm not going to mention the MCU right now because obviously we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
But you look at most films like Dune. That's everyone's going crazy about that. I don't really know much about that. When's that scheduled for release?
Which one?
Dune.
Dune.
I think Dune. I think it's like Dune, something like that. I think it's like Dune buggy.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
Just
wasn't keeping up with that film.
To be honest, I'd not even heard of it until, was it like photos, like if official photos dropped a couple of days ago, and everyone was going crazy. I'm like, what the hell is this film? I've never really heard of it. All I know is it's got my boy Oscar Isaac in it.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? It's got quite a few people.
Zendaya.
Jason Momoa. Yeah, that dude who almost got Spider-Man, I think, in the MCU. I can't remember his name.
Josh Brolin's in it.
Josh Brolin.
It's just a lot of people, to be honest.
A lot of great actors in that film. I don't really know. I know it's just based off a novel from was it like a sci-fi novel from the 60s or something?
1965.
Yeah. That's yeah. I mean, that kind of has me a little bit excited. But then you look at other films like the Batman. I'm really sad like that. They delayed production on that, of course, because
they're only like halfway through.
Yeah, I mean I reckon that'll still come out on its initial release date. I don't think because Matt Reeves hasn't said anything about a delay of production.
Yeah,
so I feel like that will come out on time. Considering it, I don't really think it has that many visual effects.
Nah, it shouldn't do. It looks quite practical.
It looks very practical, very grounded.
Like the thing where
I don't want to say
Pattinson
almost
falls off a
Nolan-like.
bike.
Yeah, I mean I don't want to say almost Nolan-like, but kind of like the Dark Knight trilogy in the sense that it's a bit more grounded. And then of course, what else have we got coming out? You got a list of films there, haven't you? What else have we got? That isn't MCU.
Venom, that's not been delayed.
Okay, let's take a minute to talk about Sony.
Here we go.
Well, okay, this is. I mean, you're gonna come to understand that we're probably gonna shit on Sony quite a lot in our podcasts. But when you really just take this moment, and this sums up Sony perfectly. A film that was Morbius was August, right?
Yeah, I think so.
and is confirmed to be set within the same universe as Venom.
Which could be the same universe as Spider-Man.
Oh, let's not go there. Let's not go there just yet. We'll talk about that another podcast. That's a whole topic in its own.
Oh, God.
But like when you think that like they're clearly setting up their own expanded universe,
Oh, yeah.
and
They wanted to do that for years.
And Morbius was set before Venom, but Venom hasn't been delayed. It's still coming out in October, but Morbius has been delayed to next year. Which means I'm sure there's going to be a post-credit scene with something to do with Morbius,
And
because
it's gonna...
of course there is.
Yeah.
And it's just not going to line up chronologically.
No.
But Sony doesn't care because they're Sony.
And again, in Batwoman, it's the same thing. Like, from where she is in Elseworlds, was it? Sort of ahead of the show, and it's...
Yeah, that's weird. Like, she had the red suit in 2019, but she didn't have it in 2020 during her show.
Yeah.
But she has it. She gets it in episode 3, but then she's still looking for Alice.
Yeah, it's a
during.
mess.
Oh, it's.
Don't worry. We've got a video on Batwoman specifically coming out at some
We've
point.
got it coming up. I think we'll need to probably watch like another 10 episodes
Yeah.
to get to the swing of it. But like, oh man. Oh jeez.
The first film to actually, like, big film to be delayed, James Bond, the new 007 film.
Of course, yes.
That's now November. It was like, it's meant to come out like over a month ago, wasn't it?
But do you think that still gets released in November?
I don't know.
Because
Well,
James
it's
Bond
finished.
is it's like a big box office release. Well, yeah, it was due to release in April?
Something like that.
I swear it was April. Yeah.
It was around now anyway. Yeah, just as April.
Because like, do you think? Because obviously James Bonds are always like they get the most traction around the world. They get like that kind of, because obviously they're a couple of years apart, like 3 years apart.
Around that, yeah.
Yeah, like it's like that kind of. It's not like Marvel where you get like 3 or 4 a year.
Yeah.
DC you get like 2 a year. It's like it's that kind of content where it's almost like an event. People go to it because it's like, oh crap, new James Bond film.
And it's the last one featuring Daniel Craig as James Bond, so people want to see that as well.
My thinking is they delay that even further if they can, if there's any more spots in 2021 for them to, that's distance enough from another big film so they can get a big traction at the box office. But
yeah,
I really don't. Because like you look at America and what they're doing, like the protests to let us out the house and this and that. The way they're going about it, I just don't think. I mean, I don't think the whole world's going to be back to normal by then.
No, it'll take a very, very long time.
I reckon even when we are allowed out to the cinemas, there'll be certain restrictions, like, I don't know, 50 people per theatre, or something like that.
Just like spacing as well.
You're like spacing, like they'll have like pre-booked seats by the cinema themselves to keep people distanced.
Yeah.
We won't be back to normal,
No.
like normal for quite some time yet. I think people are going to remain very cautious. People are going to remain very. I don't think people are very optimistic right now about us being back to normal. I think people are thinking, well, I mean, this is where I'm thinking about it. When they say you can go outside, I'm going to let the first wave go out first, see if they die. I'm not being the first wave out there.
Yeah.
I mean, of course I'll go out, but I won't be like, oh yeah, let's meet up with like 20 friends and go to the beach.
Yeah, and all die of a deadly virus.
Or die a deadly virus that YouTube prevents us from saying if we want our content to remain in people's recommended feeds. I say remain, go there in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Mulan?
Yeah, Mulan. When is that? I can't.
Mulan?
April the 3rd. Wait, no, it's not. It can't be.
I mean, that was what it was initially, I believe.
Nah, it says it was March 27th, and then...
Because thing is, like, they Disney are depending on China.
Oh, it's July. It's July.
Mm. Well, here's the thing, and I know we'll get to it a bit later, but let's quickly touch on it. Video on demand, you got Disney Plus. Do you think they release... How much Disney content do you think they skip the theaters for, or release on the theaters for like a weekend or a few weeks later, and just kind of do a limited release on on Disney Plus? Kind
Not
of
a
pay to
lot.
watch?
Really, not a lot. I can't see them doing much just straight to Disney Plus because, like, maybe Mulan because it's not really a massive moneymaker, and
I don't know though, because they were really depending on China for that big,
well, I mean,
big,
considering that
big.
a lot of China's now coming out of the lockdown,
Are they?
yeah, there are a few places that I've seen are, so probably keep
Oh
going.
yeah, I think is it China or Japan that's doing that? What they're doing with their theaters. The theaters, certain theaters chains are remaining open,
I,
and they're putting big films like the Avengers films and stuff like that in there for limited release to kind of get people coming out a bit more.
I don't know, but for
I've heard something
example,
like
Mulan, it hasn't had the greatest reception already. I've seen what people have said about it.
what in test screenings.
No, just like trailers and stuff, and from
Oh
what
right.
people have heard about the story and whatever. And
Well,
considering that, like, their live action remasters or whatever they're gonna call them don't particularly do incredibly well. Maybe The Lion King did because that's like everyone knows that, but Mulan's not exactly the most well known of its films,
oh, I love Mulan. So
and
good.
they couldn't even like people thinking that The Lion King was gonna like smash Endgame and be the #1 at the box office ever, but it didn't even come close, really.
I mean, the way I kind of see Mulan right now is that like it's obviously not based off the Disney movie. It's based off the Chinese folktale or
Yeah.
whatever it was, the Chinese myth. Um, so I don't know if they release it on Disney Plus. I know Trolls is doing that. I know Disney, but I know Trolls are doing that. I know that obviously Onward did that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's an awkward situation right now because you just got to think how many films, obviously, that aren't coming out this year that are going to be delayed to next year. Next year, will a movie really? People are really going to have to cherry pick what they see.
It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna
Because
be.
you think how I mean, will many films make as much money as they were going to? Because you think you got like hit after hit after hit coming out.
Yeah, but
With very tight spacing, and that's what Shazam suffered from. Is that it was pre-Endgame,
yeah.
post Captain Marvel.
Well, people were gonna go out and probably see whatever the hell they can, since it's gonna be a long time stuck inside.
What are you saying? Like people want that escapism?
Yes, people just want to get out, go somewhere, do stuff. So, I don't know. I think probably a lot of the films will do quite well.
Yeah. Well, was it Wonder Woman 84?
Yeah.
That's been. I mean that movie's been held in the DC I suppose the DC archive for like a year because it was ready last year, wasn't it?
Something
And
like
like
that.
they postponed it for like I can't remember what reason. Whether it was just better timing this year
Probably because last year was Endgame and Spider-Man and Captain Marvel.
Yeah, of course. So when can you quickly research when that has that been delayed at any point? Like Wonder Woman 84, I suppose that was just delayed to later this year, and I reckon that's not coming out.
Let's have a look. Wonder Woman. When's this thing coming out?
Because I swear it got delayed to later this year. Like, what, November? Something like that?
August.
August? Oh, that's not coming out.
Nah.
That's not coming out. Not a chance. I mean, I don't know, it could, though, because that's a few months away yet.
It is.
So who knows?
What did they do with... They put Birds of Prey in the whatever the fuck of Harley Quinn on... What did they put it on?
What, is it on DC Universe?
I don't know, but I know they did something with it. Put it out early.
No way, is it on DC Universe already?
Could be. I don't.
To be honest,
I don't care about that film a whole lot.
You know what? Did you see it?
No.
Oh, you know what? It's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. And to be fair, Black Mask, the reshoots for Black Mask really just did wonders. Ewan was sick. The mask itself, like that whole third act, had mad Arkham vibes. And I'd say the action is like some of the best and most inventive and brutal I've seen in quite some time. Who did they get in? They got a really good stunt team on, didn't they? Fight coordinators on. I can't remember. Was it John Wick or Mission Impossible. They did something like that, and they got them on, and it was really good. But yeah,
I know. It's out. It's out in like a week.
Is it?
Yeah, on demand stuff.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. It's somewhere.
Thing is, I found funny about that film is that DC kind of thought Harley Quinn was their Deadpool, and they could rely on her to make. They could rely on her just like they used to Batman and Superman, and they really shouldn't have, because that kind of bombed.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Bloodshot. Apparently, I think that's not doing too well. Or didn't do too well. Did it get released? It's slightly released for a little bit or something. I know it's on a streaming platform now.
I'll check for you.
I swear it's on a.
I think it's on Amazon.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because like.
Oh, that's the one with Vin Diesel. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that film was very well received.
Nah, it's got 57% on like IMDb, but then again, no, 5.7. And 30% on Rotten Tomatoes, but then again, they're not like the best places for reviews nowadays, because it's a lot of toxic people.
Yeah, thing is, I mean, reviews are subjective. Like, you know, it's what you take from the films. The thing that I want to talk about before we end this topic, is New Mutants.
Never happening. Never gonna come out.
I used to hate that film, but then I got the second trailer, and I was like, you know what, it doesn't look too bad, and now I just feel bad for it. I remember I was in like year 9. It was like I was in year 9 when that film was initially supposed to be released. We were in year 9, and now we're nearly in like year 13.
Flipping hell!
Jesus Christ! Oh my God! That film has been supposedly coming out for too long.
2018, and that's going to be 3 years later.
I got the first trailer, and I was in year 9. That's when I saw the first trailer.
It's April 2018 release, and now it's just never going to happen.
Well, it was supposed to release in August, wasn't it? And then it's obviously gotten delayed. I swear it's got a release date.
It's supposed to be out already. It's supposed to come out like
it was August.
2 weeks ago.
No, it was August, wasn't it?
April.
No way. I swear it was August.
April.
Damn.
1st of April in a few countries.
That's weird. I swear it was August, but okay, yeah, fair enough. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, that film's going to be delayed till next year. Do you think they just put it on Disney Plus?
Oh, I mean, they got the rest. Well, not all of them, but they got most of the X-Men films on there.
Do you think they just forget about? I mean, how do they make a profit from just putting it? I mean, how do they make any money from just putting it on Disney Plus?
I mean, they didn't even make it really. So
I mean, true. To be fair,
I'm sure they don't really give two shits about what happens to it.
Oh, you know what? Magic looks kind of sick in that movie. I was kind of hoping, like, maybe Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, they could, like, bring magic over.
They could do whatever the fuck they want, really.
That film, you know, I mean, I suppose we should probably bring this topic to an end, but, like, let's just end it with, like, an RIP to New Mutants. That film, I mean, that film, out of all films we have discussed or could have discussed, that one gets my most respect, because I just feel bad at this point.
Well, I mean, it's used to delays, so, you know.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. Another couple of films, actually, I wanted to say about as well. Godzilla vs. King Kong. No, that's not being delayed.
Oh, right.
As of yet. West Side Story, I think. Is that the Spielberg one? Can't remember. Something like that. Someone's doing that.
West Side Story? Are they doing another one?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll have a look which one it is. 2020. It is.
As in
Steven Spielberg.
As In the Heights been postponed.
In the Heights. I'll have a look.
That's a show that, like, I just know that was coming out in the form of a movie.
Right, if it's on my list, I'll tell you. Top Gun Maverick. That's now December.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That'll be fun.
Ghostbusters, the next one, that's
Oh, yeah.
now like next March. Fantastic. No, I don't even know what they're called. Fast and Furious 9. That's now next April. Jungle Cruise, that's gone like a whole year been delayed.
Jungle Cruise, that's been in development for a long time, you know.
It was meant to come out and they put it back a whole year.
Yeah, much like Wonder Woman, isn't that?
And Artemis Fowl, that just got erased and just put on Disney Plus at some point. Not as of yet, but it will be.
I'll tell you what we haven't discussed, and you know, I was like, oh yeah, let's just move on to the next topic. But I think this is kind of like something we probably shouldn't neglect. TV.
Oh yeah, production
of course,
for TV stuff is through the roof.
Like, I don't know, but I not that I really watch it that much, but I know because my mum obviously watches it, and ropes my dad into watching it too. Obviously, like the soap shows, like the soap operas.
Oh yeah, they've
out EastEnders, Coronation Street.
That's
I know one of them physically cannot shoot anymore. They've run out of back issues, so there's that. Like, TV's really kind of suffering. They're putting on a lot of old shows, like reissues of shows, like. Obviously, the CW, like they shoot their episodes about 6 weeks before they release.
Yeah, that got hit really hard. Like
some of the dodgy CGI.
I just got back into watching Flash, and then it just stopped because they just ran out of episodes and hadn't made any more.
See, luckily, because I watch it on Sky One, we had like you know how like they normally have like the Christmas break where it's like a month hiatus.
Yeah.
We're left with about 4 months of about 4 month hiatus. With and it's literally just come back like 2 weeks ago, and I've literally just seen Crisis, and so I reckon I'll just about get away with it. I think by the time they're back to production, I won't be able to I won't be able to miss anything basically. I think because obviously we've got that extra 3 months. So yeah, there's that. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has got a release date.
Didn't even know that was still going, to be honest.
It is, yeah.
Flipping out. Yeah, but I didn't think it was canon anymore. What they
changed it is canon. It's just they're clearly in another timeline. You'll have to watch it to like know. But there was time travel hijinks a couple of seasons ago. Okay. And now they're doing more time traveling. So I reckon once this season's over, when they come back, they'll probably come back to the main timeline.
Yeah.
And they'll probably come back and be like, what's happened here? And
everyone's gone.
I wouldn't be surprised because he's done a cameo on it before. I wouldn't be surprised if Samuel L. Jackson makes a cameo. And he's like, I'm Coulson. I'm coming to you for the and Quake. I'm coming for you to you for the Sword Initiative. But that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother show. So without further ado, let's get on to SDCC Cancelled.
Really sad, to be honest.
That's so sad. I feel so bad now.
Then again, they'd probably not have the most topics and stuff to actually talk about there, since a lot of the films and stuff won't be ready now for what they were going to show. For example, the Batman, that was probably one of the biggest ones there.
Undoubtedly, probably Suicide Squad was going to be shown off as well.
Well, Suicide Squad, they probably could have gotten away with it, but the Batman just stopped in the middle of production, so not really going to be able to do that. I don't know, some TV shows like Brooklyn Nine-Nine and that usually make an appearance there as well. Obviously, we just spoke about TV production being completely through the roof, and
well, the CW shows always have a presence there.
Yeah, just a lot of different TV shows and films will just not be able to actually. They wouldn't have been able to actually have a presence there anyway. Yeah,
well, the exact quote is, I've got it written down here. For the first time in its 50-year history, San Diego Comic Convention, the organizers behind the annual pop culture celebration, announced today with deep regret that there will be no Comic-Con in 2020. The event will return as of the 22nd to the 25th of July, 2021. Yeah, that's kind of mad, though, isn't it? When you really think about it. And you think about all that's normally there, all that gets announced. I'm sure, some more content from Phase 4 of the MCU. I'm sure there'll be some things from Disney Plus. I mean, the thing is with Disney, they have they have the D23.
Yeah, they have their own thing to do all that stuff.
That I'm
showing off
sure
their
that they
main
could.
stuff.
What was it in Japan this year? I think they could probably just stream that on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
But with DC, I feel kind of bad because they had their 5G, like with their comics, they had kind of like that one last. No, we're gonna try and rebrand and reboot the DC universe, do something fresh with it, prove to people that we can keep up the comic sales. And they had their 5G event that was going to be a big part of their presence at SDCC. So I don't know how that's going to get announced. It will get probably announced on socials, and they'll probably have like a video talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, man. It's
not going to have such a big impact as it would.
Exactly, yeah. I think they were really riding on this 5G event and the announcement to kind of like really boost their comic sales and their comic awareness in people. Yeah,
it's a sad time to be a DC fan, to be honest.
Do you think that like studios, because obviously they spend a lot of money on getting these panels and the booths and the this and then that. Do you think they start realizing that through alternatives methods this year that they could kind of cope without them? And do you think we slowly start to see the decrease in hype for like things like SDCC, New York Comic Con, stuff like that?
Yeah, I think this is a turning point.
This is going to put to the test a lot of things, and studios are going to start. I mean, the whole world, everything in the world is going to start rethinking things. But like studios, I think are really going to be thinking, well, do we really want to spend X amount on announcing this when we could just do it through alternative methods and still get people hyped? Because as I said, Disney, they have Disney Plus. They could just and they also have like D23.
Mm-hmm.
They could do a D23 digital event. They could do, because obviously that's not going to happen this year.
No,
so I wouldn't be surprised if they did like check out D23 on Disney Plus, and they just do it digitally. They have, they get Kevin Feige from his house. They do a nice little setup. He talks about stuff and announces stuff, and he could be like in front of a green screen or whatever, and they could just do that.
Yeah. The problem is with that stuff though, like technical errors happen, and I wouldn't exactly say that it wouldn't. So they'd obviously have issues. Hopefully not, but like I don't know where I'm going with this now, but you know what I mean.
I can kind of tell you're like speaking
I'm
another
lost.
word every like 2 seconds. You're like,
I'm lost, but alright.
Thing.
They'd have like they'd end up having technical errors at some point, so they couldn't really go with that forever, and it would be a bit awkward for them.
Yeah, I suppose it's a trial period, I think, for a lot of things in the world.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, we kind of saw it coming though. I mean, they were holding it off for a long time to announce it because they thought, oh, well, what if the world's fixed? But you think you have. I actually don't know the numbers, so I'm not going to even bother trying to throw one out there. But you think you have X amount of people in an arena, people in a panel, people in a certain room, people lining up for autographs. That just spells out disaster.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, the thing is with us as well, like we're kind of affected because we were never going to go to SDCC.
No, but we're looking forward to it still.
We did have, yeah, of course. But obviously, we also had local Comic Cons. Like we were going to go to the Telford Takeover.
Wales, but it's not Wales yet.
Yeah, the Wales Comic Con Telford Takeover. You might as well just make it Telford Comic Con.
It's gone now, isn't it?
It's August. I don't know if it's still happening.
They won't.
I doubt it, to be honest. I highly doubt it. I reckon that gets postponed to December, which is
that's when the normal one is.
Yeah. Well, that's when we went last year, wasn't it? This year?
Yeah.
Last year.
I don't know what they do with them anymore, but yeah.
They'll probably just keep the December one or something like that and just keep the same guests, I guess, maybe, if they
Well, they have to reschedule, and if they're busy, because a lot of them probably be starting projects now that they would have been doing anyway. And
Val Kilmer will be doing whatever he's doing.
Batman, again.
Yeah. He'll be back. You'll be back for Crisis Volume 2.
Yes.
Oh God, please no.
Crisis of the Pandemic.
He's changed so much. I can't even recognise Fan anymore. That's why I was never gonna get a picture with him. I was just like, no, I just get an autograph of him signing a picture of him as Batman rather than get a picture with some random old dude. He just doesn't even look like Val Kilmer anymore.
Oh, poor Val.
Poor Val. Anyway, so I reckon we probably reached the end of that topic. We talked for quite a lot on the last one, so probably keep this one nice and concise. Next topic: MCU reshuffle, MCU delays, MCU slate pushbacks. However you want to put it, it's interesting.
It is. They've just straight up moved all the films forward and pushed them to the next slot on their timeline.
Let's quickly read it out. So, okay, so Falcon and the Winter Soldier is still due for its August 2020 release on Disney Plus.
I think they've finished that, haven't they?
I don't know if they finished shooting because there were certain problems with the final place they were shooting, I believe.
Ooh.
And they had to halt production for that. I think it was like earthquakes or something. But I think they are done with that. I think it's just a matter of editing that now. Black Widow, November.
November the 6th.
November the 6th for that Eternals spot.
Eternals is now February next year.
Don't forget WandaVision in December.
Sorry, my list doesn't actually have all of the TV shows. It's just the films.
I'll read out mine.
Cheers.
February 2nd it's got Eternals. It says on this list it's got like 2020, but it's obviously 2021.
Mm-hmm.
February 2nd is Eternals. Loki is in spring 2021. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is on May 7th, 2021. July 26th is still set for Spider-Man 3. I don't know if that's going to be pushed back because we'll discuss it a bit later.
Well, that's not official though, is it?
Well, the thing is, officially, as far as it goes, they have not pushed it back.
But I can't recall them actually announcing it being there.
It was set for that date, but I don't know if they're gonna postpone it. Summer 2021 is What If, and that the animators can keep working on that from home, so that should
that'll be fine. But obviously, voice acting, that
I don't know if they've already. I honestly don't know if they've already completed all the episodes as far as voice acting goes, and the animation. I don't know if it's finished. But they'll be able to do it later. It's fine. It's coming summer, so we'll be summer next year, so we'll be fine. Hawkeye is November 5th. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness
with obviously the wonderful Sam Raimi.
I mean that's fine because November was always that Doctor Strange spot anyway.
Yes.
To me, that's when the first one released, and I think that's a nice spot for it anyway. Fall 2021 is Hawkeye, which they were about to start shooting on. And then February 18th, 2022 is Thor: Love and Thunder. So let's start from the shows as far as the shows go. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, as far as I know, I think it wrapped shooting. Same with WandaVision. I know for definite that one's wrapped shooting. I could be wrong, but I swear it has. So as far as the editing process goes and post production, that can be achieved at home.
Yes, we'll be alright on that front.
Loki obviously had to halt production. So as far as when that comes out, I don't know really the contents of that show and how much CGI it is, but they say obviously it's like the MCU full what do you call it? Budgets. There you go.
Yeah.
So therefore, I reckon they'll be able to probably edit what they've got right now, and then move forward whenever they can, whenever this pandemic has subsided a bit. Hawkeye, of course, they were about to start production. Jeremy Renner put on his Instagram that they were prepping to shoot, which is quite interesting because we haven't actually heard any castings for Kate Bishop. I know they wanted. What's her name? The girl from Bumblebee.
Oh, yes, I know who you mean. Yeah, I was looking at that the other day. It was rumoured about her.
Google her name because it's going to bother me for the rest of the podcast.
Okay, you keep talking.
Yeah, so there's that. What If, of course, they can keep going with the animation. I'm really excited for What If and to see, the animation style. And then I don't think there's any other shows to go. But yeah, obviously She-Hulk, Moon Knight, and what's the third one? Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel.
They were still in pre-production. They weren't going to start shooting very soon, I don't believe. They were supposed to start shooting next year, so we'll be fine with them.
Mm-hmm.
Have you found her name?
Yeah, Haley Steinfeld.
Haley Steinfeld, that's the one. They wanted her, I think.
Yeah, she'd be a good fit for that role, I think. I really liked her in Bumblebee.
Yeah, she was good. She's the kind of young talent that the MCU is looking for right now. Young, fresh talent. They can hold on for like a 10-movie contract, 3 shows, and like an animated series. You know, that's the kind of thing they want, and they could probably, if they can secure her for the next 10 years, they're sorted.
They'll be fine.
And then, of course, moving on to movies, Black Widow. Basically, everything's been pushed into the next movie's spot.
Yes.
So Black Widow is in November.
Instead of the Eternals,
Instead of the Eternals, which I was so looking forward to seeing that film this year.
Oh well, it's only gone back like 4 months.
I know, but
3 months, 4 months. Whatever.
I mean, we're gonna get a trailer for that probably in October.
Yeah.
Because they'll want it attached to Black Widow. So yeah, that movie's gonna blow my freaking balls off. That's gonna be insane. It's gonna be so out there, so Jack Kirby.
Well, you're gonna have to wait for that one.
As I said, yeah, as we said, February, is Eternals. Then Shang-Chi in May. Okay,
that's gonna rectify Iron Man 3 for you, and you'll finally get on my viewpoint.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my favorite Iron Man movie, is it?
Yeah.
Doubt it. I don't know. I've been so pissed off at that film for so many years. I don't think I could make it my favorite.
Why are you pissed off at it?
Because as a kid, when I first watched it in 2013, 7 years ago, I thought, okay, this is a bit shit. It's a little bit darker, and also because obviously he chucked away his arc reactor at the very end, and I wasn't very happy about that as a kid. I was like, no, but he needs that to be Iron Man. And then like as far as now goes, I just see it and I'm like, I mean, I like it a lot better now.
Yeah. Obviously, when you're
off on so many levels.
When you're younger, you don't understand the like emotional journey of the character throughout the film.
You don't as much. Now I see it as that kind of. He's trying to deal with this bigger world. He's obviously getting PTSD. Yeah. He's obviously trying to deal with all these things. Be a good boyfriend to Pepper. Be this. Be that. But then I didn't really get it, and then because I think I got that grudge for it, and now I'm just like, it's a bit shit.
It's also not easy coming off the back of
Avengers.
That was after the first Avengers. Would you say it's sort of suffered a similar fate to Far From Home? That came right off the back of Endgame. That everyone loved that, and Spider-Man obviously is a bit more of a people have more arguments about who's the best Spider-Man and what's the best film, and have Marvel completely ruined Spider-Man, etc., etc.
Not those Twitter fanboys,
etc., etc. Which is the best Spider-Man film? Like, obviously Iron Man. There's only been like 2.
One?
Nah, like the Iron Man TV show actor thing.
What, you mean the one where he had like that scuba diver gear?
Yes.
Oh God, no, we don't count that. Not canon.
No, they'll do a Crisis and make it like they'll put it in Doctor Strange too. You'll just see him just in the background.
Oh God, stop! No.
Well, I mean,
you're ruining it. Ruining it.
They're using that they're using like Japanese Spider-Man in which one?
Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, in the second one.
Yeah, that's gonna be so good.
It was big mech suits like Power Rangers.
Oh, so good.
Okay, right, we've gone way too off topic now, sorry.
Yes, we have a little bit. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, kind of bringing it back. Nice little segue from you mentioning what that's going to bring.
Yeah.
Of course, that's probably the most ideal pushback because Sam Raimi has more time now to make the script a bit more of his own.
Yeah.
Because you look, I mean, this is no hated towards either director. You look at Scott Derrickson's work and you look at Sam Raimi's work, and they are very different in style. So I think this is good for Sam. He obviously has a bit more time now to make the script a bit more his own, to kind of work a bit more with what he wants.
Yeah.
And what he wants to include, what he doesn't want to include. We know it's going to have links to WandaVision and Loki. We know that.
Well, we don't know now, because obviously if he changes the script, then that might just go out the window.
No, I think MCU, they're not like Warner Brothers where they have demands, but they have certain beats you need to follow. And of course, Wanda being in it, and
she'll be
Loki
still
being
there.
in it, I think are main things. Also, what's his face in it? Monica Rambeau. She's in WandaVision, right?
Yes, she's in one of them.
Is she?
She's in one of them.
Yeah, and I think. Yeah, she's in WandaVision. I can't remember whether it was WandaVision or Doctor Strange. I think it was WandaVision though. And American Chavez, she's been rumored for Doctor Strange. So I think we're going to start to see a lot more sorcerers in there. I hope we see Brother Voodoo.
They're obviously now gonna move on a bit from all the old characters. So, like, Hulk's gone.
Hulk's not gone. He's going to be in.
Well, no, not Hulk. Captain America and Iron Man and Hawkeye's sort of moving on a little bit. Apart from his TV show.
They're doing legacy characters.
Yeah.
They're basically they're setting up the Young Avengers. You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
they've got to set up the future. They can't stick with the old characters for like another 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, Thor will probably he'll be around. Hulk will be around.
No, Hulk's still got a part to play here.
Hawkeye will probably be around. You know, so they've still got little bits and pieces. They're as like mentors. You know, Ant-Man, Doctor Strange, they'll all be around. But like, looking to the future, they're definitely setting up the Young Avengers. You can tell Patriot is going to be introduced. It probably somehow because they're bringing up his grandfather or something like that in Winter Soldier and Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Mm-hmm.
You can see Wiccan and Speed are going to be introduced in WandaVision. You can see that obviously Kate Bishop's going to be in Hawkeye. Who else? What's Stature?
Stature
is going to be in Ant-Man 3. And I hear that originally Paul Rudd's script is supposed to include the Fantastic Four and go against AIM and MODOK in some capacity. But they decided to change that up a bit and focus more on Cassie. That's her name, right? Cassie becoming a hero in her own right. Which, you look at it, that's the natural progression of the story.
Yeah.
Of the Ant-Man story. So you can see what they're setting up.
And Spider-Man's tied down for another Avengers film as well.
You can tell that he's going to be in Young Avengers, yeah.
Well, as long as the deal with Sony keeps rolling along fine.
Well, you can see he's going to be in at least one Young Avengers film.
But problem is, are they going to make that its own like series of films, or are they just going to call it Avengers 5, Young Avengers?
I think they move the Avengers on into different facets. Like, you got West Coast, Young, New, and all these different like things, so you can have like different branches of different teams, and then
big
crisis
Galactus level event. They all kaboom back together, and Avengers 5, 6, 19, whatever they're doing.
Yeah, so I think bring this topic to a bit of a close. Oh, sorry, Thor: Love and Thunder.
Well,
that one is on. Taika said he was on his fourth or fifth revision of the script. So,
yeah,
seems fine. So yeah, bringing this topic to a bit of a close now.
Flying sharks.
Yes, space sharks. I think the MCU, they'll be fine. Kevin Feige's got a plan for everything. It's not ideal.
However,
2021. Is it 2021? We're seeing like 5 films, or 2020.
2021, I think.
Yeah, 2021 I think it's like 5 films.
So that 2021 is Eternals. Next one.
Eternals, Shang-Chi, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange.
Not. Spider-Man's vanished now.
Well, technically, because you think about it, right? Tom Holland was like 13 minutes or something like that into shooting Uncharted before they were like, no, stop, mate, we're done. So by the time he gets around to shooting that, do you think swap Uncharted and Spider-Man around production-wise.
Probably, and also that he's rumoured. Well, every time like a Venom or a Morbius comes along, there's always rumours he's going to pop up in them as well. So that won't take a long time. Like probably one little short cameo.
Yeah.
But they'll have to do that. Well, I mean, they could probably just green screen or VFX him in the background. But
yeah,
wanna...
I mean, they just have him doing the emo dance from Spider-Man 3. You just have Tom Holland recreating that, and then Toby's by his side, and then Andrew's just like skateboarding by him.
And then they all crash into each other and cause a massive universal explosion.
Yeah,
ending
that causes,
Sony, and
that causes the Spider-Verse to reopen again when they touch each other and they crash into each other, and they're like, oh no, and then. Yeah, I mean, this, Sony, I hope you're listening. This is gold right here. You know, we're practically writing your movies for you. You know, and then everyone shows up, and then you get Spider-Ham, and he's gonna be fighting Morbius in Morbius 2, and
into the spider.
Okay,
let's
bring this topic to a bit of a close now.
Rise of video on demand then. So obviously everyone's locked in, well, not locked inside, but everyone's inside, nothing to do. What else can you do? Put on a bit of Netflix.
A little bit of Netflix, a little bit of chill.
Yeah.
And then I mean, we kind of touched on it a little bit earlier with like putting certain movies on there, because like Trolls they totally abandoned that theatrical release. It's still advertising on TV like every 2 seconds.
Yeah. Harley Quinn, that's coming on a bit early to whatever Amazon or whatever they're going to put that on. Probably will be Amazon.
Well, probably could just put it on DCU, wouldn't they? And then
Amazon's a big
once HBO Max is out. Yeah, who knows? I mean, like right now we're currently prepping for like a streaming war right now.
Oh yeah.
You know, you got
HBO.
Disney Plus, HBO Max, Amazon Prime, Netflix,
YouTube a little bit. They've got a lot of films.
YouTube has got like their own like YouTube, what do they call it? YouTube Premium.
Yeah, but no one uses that.
No one does. I think they've made some of their content available now.
Yeah,
they have. They've made it available for free, haven't they?
Mm-hmm.
And then of course, what else was there? What's it called? DC Universe, which may or may not get rolled into HBO Max. I see that happening, to be honest.
Probably.
They'll probably just be like, you know, like how Disney Plus has that Hulu division. Is it Hulu?
Hulu.
They got that Hulu partnership, haven't they?
Mm-hmm.
They probably just do that, like, oh yeah, for an extra couple of bucks a month, you know, here's DC Universe.
Woohoo.
Which, you know what, is actually not that bad.
No.
I watch all their content. I enjoy it. Bring on Doom Patrol Season 2. I'll shield that to the end of the universe. And then obviously you've got the Deathstroke animated series, which is somewhere. Harley Quinn, Titans, and Stargirl, which is also airing on the CW. I'll have a video coming for that soon. I've got a video planned for Stargirl before to celebrate its release.
Yes.
That'll be coming in sometime in May. But yeah, like certain movies, Bloodshot that got put onto streaming.
Mm-hmm.
Trolls got put onto streaming. Onward was it a limited weekend release where you have to like a pay to watch kind of thing on Disney Plus?
I think that was it. Yeah.
And then, as we kind of touched on at the start of the podcast, other movies could see the same fate.
I think it was I don't remember if it was the director of Birds of Prey or Wonder Woman that said it would be okay if their film just got put on streaming stuff.
Really?
Yeah, I can't remember which one it was. I know there was a tweet about it. I got a feeling it was Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I don't see Wonder Woman just being slapped on DC Universe or HBO Max or whatever.
Nah, it does seem like a.
It seems like a very stupid decision to.
They've said that it's not going to be.
Yeah, because I mean, Wonder Woman's a moneymaker for Warner Brothers. You know, that's their big cash grab.
That's the main one at the moment.
That's that. I think that's about their main moneymaker. Wonder Woman, their main kind of like topic of fame.
Well, yeah, for the
I mean,
time being, till
Aquaman
Batman
is
comes
been
back.
pretty successful. Batman, of course, you got Joker. That was a big thing, and then you got to think about Shazam, and that makes me sad because that movie didn't make that much money, even though it was brilliant. And then oh no, Black Adam as well. That movie that's been Rock has been cast for as Black Adam for like 10 years.
Okay, it was Birds of Prey.
It was Birds of Prey that said they wouldn't mind just slapping it on.
It's been released early on demand.
Fair enough. I mean, you gotta respect that, you know.
Yeah, it was the director. I've got the tweet here. Hang on. Where is it? I would not be opposed to putting Birds of Prey on VOD earlier. That's what she put, and it's happening. So.
Yeah, I mean the thing is with like streaming, it's becoming more and more popular. There are more and more available out there. A lot of options. There are a lot of people switching over to mainly streaming, cancelling the things like Sky subscriptions and things like that. And it is, as much as I hate to say it, because I'm always like I've got to buy the DVD kind of person.
Mm-hmm.
It is the future.
It is.
It is the future. You know, kind of like a $6.99 a month kind of thing. I mean, people offer that a lot more than £90 for Sky. You know.
Yeah, I don't like Sky.
I mean, I have Sky, and I love it, but it's kind of like a lot of people are cancelling their Sky subscriptions and things like that, because video on demand is obviously so accessible. You got the option to binge certain shows. You got the option to watch them weekly, whenever you want, whenever it fits your schedule. You don't have to wait for anything. I think it's the way a lot of studios are thinking of branching into.
Mm-hmm. And also the problem is for some people as well, they can't exactly afford to buy all of these things. Like, can't afford Disney Plus, Netflix, whatever and ever, all on top of each other. That's the problem for a few people as well. So, got to be very limited. Is the thing.
People are going to have to really pick and choose
Yes.
which one they want, and that's why I'm saying there's going to be a streaming war,
because
it's kind of like who's got the biggest dick. You know, it's like, oh, look at us, HBO Max. Look at my massive schlong. I've got Friends reunion coming up. Oh, look at us. And it's like, all right, fair enough.
Disney Plus comes along with every Avengers MCU film,
You've got everything that you've got all the big blockbuster films on there. You've got
I think Disney Plus wins automatically, to be honest.
They've got the best price.
They've also got Garfield 2, A Tale of Two Sick Kitties, or whatever the fuck it's called. The best one ever made. Yeah, Garfield 2's on Disney Plus.
Oh, well, I know what I'm doing now.
It's the best film ever made.
This is a thing, little behind the scenes thing. You know, this is what's happening. Let you.
That's our next topic, actually.
The boy's going to be watching.
That's our next topic.
Yes, Garfield.
Garfield
is the next topic.
Yes.
Change the card. Change Garfield. But yeah, I mean, I suppose that's a fairly distant segue into our next topic.
Oh yeah. Also, actually, for Disney Plus as well, they've obviously now got a lot of Fox's assets, like Garfield. But they've got the old X-Men films.
They got Avatar.
That was Disney anyway.
Was it?
Yeah. Was it? I think so.
Okay, fair enough. I swear that was a Fox thing. Okay. I don't know. I could be wildly wrong there. Please don't attack me in the comments.
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't enjoy Avatar that much.
I will be on.
It was Fox. Never mind.
I've never actually seen it.
I watched it like 5 years ago, and obviously, I know a lot of the people went to see it because it's like it was
revolutionary,
a massive step up in visual effects.
But yeah, they kind of weirded me out as a kid, so I was like, I just kind of put off watching it for a long time. But I have got it on Disney Plus, and before I knew it was on Disney Plus, I did buy it from the pound shop.
Yes.
So I can watch it on a multitude of different platforms.
They've got The Simpsons as well.
Simpsons, huge. slowly dying but huge. Um, so yeah, moving on to things we're doing to stay busy.
Alright, so I have purchased almost all of the Batman films on Blu-ray. I've got the original 4 from 1989 to 97. Dark Knight trilogy. I haven't got Joker on Blu-ray yet, but I'm getting that soon, probably. What other Batman films are there?
Well, the Nolan trilogy, the original
I've got all of
Burton's.
I've got them all on I've got the DCEU ones already. Got Justice League.
Please tell me you've got Batman 66, the best Batman film ever.
Oh.
I've got that one. That's my favourite. Yeah, well, and of course you're going to invest in this big Skywalker Saga box set, aren't you?
Still contemplating it.
Still contemplating the 60 quid.
60 quid for all 9
account
on Blu-ray in a very nice box with like 26 hours of bonus features to sit through that I couldn't care less about most of them.
Just buy all the Batman films or the Star Wars films, not for the films, just for the bonus features.
Just for the bonus features.
Just for the bonus features. That's what we come here for.
Yes.
That's what we enjoy here.
The random
podcast.
documentaries that mean nothing to 99% of people.
Just spilling out.
Genuinely, I was looking through one of them, and I think it was episode 5. It was just about George Lucas editing the film. That must be.
And here we have
Here we have the cut button.
And here we have Adobe Photoshop. We're going to be making the poster for the film today.
But it's instead of Photoshop, it's just a door that says Photoshop, and it's literally a shop with scissors.
Oh God!
Because
Oh God!
Cutting out pictures.
God. And then obviously I'm Disney Plus is out now, so I've been watching that.
I haven't properly got into Disney Plus yet. I have been watching GotM instead on Netflix, so haven't had the chance to watch like The Mandalorian properly yet.
Well, you know what? It's still coming out weekly yet, so
yeah,
you know,
it's not fully out in the UK, so I think
even
it'd be easier for me to binge through the whole thing.
Even though I definitely didn't pirate it prior.
Oh wow! You should not be admitting that here.
I did not. I said I didn't, Will. I said I didn't. I said I didn't. Jeez. I definitely did not pirate it before. See? Convincing.
That's just lost us a sponsorship with Disney in 5 years.
No, we already know Disney already pays us to shit all their content.
Yes.
We already know this.
Disney did not ruin Spider-Man.
They've got a sniper to my head now. It's like they're watching my every move, just making sure I don't slip up. Make sure I don't shill any DC content. So yeah, Disney Plus. I'm watching that. I'm currently going through a Star Wars marathon. Everything in Star Wars canon. So I'm going episode 1, 2, Clone Wars movie, Clone Wars series, 3, all the anthology films, original trilogy, all the games, Rebels, sequel trilogy. Sadly, I'll probably have to watch Resistance 2, Mandalorian, all the good stuff. Basically everything, every bit of canon content that I can get my hands on that isn't a comic or a book.
And isn't The Last Jedi, because we ignore that completely.
Oh, not canon.
Its existence is not canon.
No, to be fair, I kind of like The Last Jedi. I do like it.
I have to respectfully disagree and say that it's the most boring film.
No, the snipers, the Disney snipers. Shh.
Oh, sorry, JJ. No, it wasn't. It was Ryan Johnson.
You gotta shit it now. Go for it. Just make your money. Make your Disney money.
It had one cool shot.
There you go. Now you're talking. Woo. But yeah, I'm playing some games. I'm playing the Arkham games again.
Yes. Well, obviously we're doing that for a series of videos. First one will be out on Wednesday. Yeah. Next one will be out in like 2 months.
Yeah.
I have been playing Injustice 2 again.
Oh, gotta hop on that.
I'm gonna get hammered by Brandon again.
Oh, every time.
Well, to be honest, the last time you played me, I'd had it for about 2 days.
Yeah, but I beat everyone's ass on Injustice. It's just a talent. Just natural skill. God of War, I gotta complete that sometime.
Yes.
Also,
What else?
I'm about 24 hours away from buying a Switch, biting the bullet, and spending like all my bank account on Switch content.
What would you buy on Switch?
Just basically all the Mario games, and I've heard Breath of the Wild is fantastic.
Wait, I've got which Mario game have I got? Odyssey, and
Yeah,
Party.
Odyssey. I'll probably get Odyssey. Might get Luigi's
Well,
Mansion.
they're
Definitely
remastering
getting
a load of old Mario games for it, like next year anyway.
oh, for real. I'm
Yeah,
definitely
Galaxy
getting.
1. I don't know about 2. I know Galaxy 1's going.
Oh, that game was my shit.
I think Mario 3D Land from the DS.
What was that one?
Probably Super Mario Bros. 1. I don't know, but I know there's a list of them that they're remastering for Switch.
Probably get that new Animal Crossing game.
I've got yeah, that's alright.
I don't know. I'll see what I get. I'll probably just get most of the Mario content, like Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games.
Well, they're gonna have to rebrand that quite a bit now.
at the
Not 2020 games.
Well, it's happening, isn't it? There's
Nah.
just no audience.
It's next year.
Is it?
Yeah, they just said, "Fuck it, put it back next year."
Oh shit! Fair enough. That'll be the first time in forever. What else am I watching? I'm obviously watching the CW shows because they've just come back to me about a week or two ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then what other shows? I really want to get into. I want to start watching Lucifer.
Yeah.
Swamp Thing. What else?
Have you watched Black Lightning?
I haven't watched Black Lightning, but I'll have to go to like HMV or something and get like when it's reopened. I'll probably just
Get it
like,
online. The HMV shop's genuinely quite good.
Yeah,
compared
true.
to the one.
I'll have to buy season 1 and then just check it out.
What's it? It's on Amazon, isn't it?
No. Swamp Thing and Lucifer are. I gotta watch Cloak and Dagger.
Oh no, it's on. Wait, which one's Black Lightning on then?
That's the CW one, but we don't have a license to it here in the UK on like Sky One or E4 or anything.
I swear it's on Netflix. Which...
I mean, it might be, but I don't have Netflix, so I don't know.
I'm fairly certain I've seen it pop up on my Netflix home screen a few times. It just doesn't interest me that much. It's not a character I know particularly a lot about.
Well, after Crisis, I'm
yeah, Black Lightning is on Netflix.
I gotta watch. What else I gotta watch? Jack Ryan. I gotta watch that. Need more Krasinski content to keep me going.
Yeah. Until he appears in the Fantastic Four.
Oh, I will cease my contract with Disney to big up their content if they don't cast him and Emily Blunt.
It's gonna be sad if it's anyone else but them.
Yeah,
everyone's been picturing them in this role for God knows how long.
If you've seen, I keep wanting to say The Last of Us. What's it called?
Oh yes.
Quiet Place.
Quiet Place.
If you've seen that, it's just like yes, you give me Krasinski with a beard as bearded Mr. Fantastic. You get
his literal wife to play his wife.
You get literally his wife to play his lover, girlfriend, then fiance, then wife.
Don't need fake chemistry. Literally, they've already got it.
They've literally, you don't have to fake it. You've literally got a married couple there.
Bring Chris Evans back as Human Torch.
Oh no!
He just appears again.
I mean, no, I can't even. No, I'm not even gonna joke about that. Although, to be fair, I do like those original films because I watched them as a young kid. So therefore, it's kind of like nostalgic value.
I remember the second one more, Galactus just being a cloud.
Oh yeah, we need Cloud Galactus in the MCU.
Well, I mean, you could see it's like I don't know what they're called. I'm gonna call them antlers because that's what they remind me of. But you know, his horn things on his helmet thing.
Yeah.
You could see that in like in the cloud at some point, like a shadow.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was literally just a cloud.
Now, he's probably in the cloud somewhere.
I mean, he's in there,
but he's hiding in a cloud for
VFX
budgeting reasons, probably.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Who knows what they thought?
Bring! I wouldn't be mad if they brought the guy back who played the Thing. I wouldn't be mad.
I mean, There's
I mean,
no
here's
stopping
my
them.
casting.
No, this is next week's.
No, okay, fine.
Gotta
Okay.
wait for this.
All right, yeah. To be fair, I am straying pretty far away from the topic. Yeah. We'll wait next week.
What else am I doing? I am. Obviously, actually, straying apart from this. Oh no, we're making a video on it. Never mind. I was gonna mention about Justice
have
League
you been
Dark.
watching Gavin and Stacey?
What?
You've been watching Gavin and Stacey. They put that back on BBC
Oh, I
One.
watched it all like months ago.
Yeah, I know, but like we're watching it weekly again because it's like a nice thing to do. Is like to get together as a family.
Nah, I watched it like December.
Because I finished watching Miranda again.
Oh no, I remember that.
And then
Lucifer's
we're
in
watching that weekly now. Watching Outnumbered weekly again. Just
Oh.
BBC, just they're elite.
They're-
Apart from when the news is on.
Well, I beg to differ that they're elite, but that's for another video.
They're sitcom. They're sitcoms.
Everything that isn't sci-fi related on the BBC.
Oh,
good.
what? You don't like War of the Worlds?
Nah, I didn't like that.
You didn't like Dracula?
I liked the first two. The third one was pretty shit.
I actually didn't see the third one because I was
Good. Don't watch it. It's
No?
Stephen Moffat, and don't.
Okay, fair enough. Why is that? Why is the woman back? Is she a descendant?
Well, are you gonna watch it or you're not gonna watch it? Do you want me to spoil the whole thing while you're right here?
Just tell me and I'll watch it if I get the time.
It's shocking. They end up. It's a descendant. It's modern day. He has a phone. He fucking Skypes someone.
Oh god.
He has a lawyer. It's
Oh.
funny. It's not funny, and then he dies.
Ah. So it's any Sony movie, right? It's Morbius.
It is Morbius. Yes.
It's Morbius. Morbius gets a lawyer. He gets on his iPhone. He Skypes Craven. He's like, "Hey, Craven,
Help us out
hook me
here.
hook me up with a kebab," because you know Craven's got that store.
However, actually,
Craven's got a shop in the Sonyverse.
I would not actually mind the guy who plays Dracula to play Craven Hunter.
Oh no!
Yeah.
No.
Yes, he's genuinely good.
Either Manganiello or Momoa. I'll be alright with either of those.
No, leave him to Aquaman.
Yeah, well, you know, I suppose just get Manganiello, and you know, do him some justice. Some Justice League. Oh.
Oh God.
Oh.
Where is Craven Hunter from?
Pardon?
What country is he from? He's Russian, isn't he?
What, Manganiello?
No,
He's
Craven
American.
Hunter.
Oh, right, Craven. Yeah, he's like Russian or something. He's like his
Okay.
name is like Kravenov or something.
The guy who plays Dracula is like Danish or something.
Is he? Well,
Yes.
fair enough. I thought he was British.
No. It's like
Fair enough.
Danish or
So
something.
yeah. This podcast has been how long? How long are we at now?
An hour and 7.
Oh yeah, we should probably
Yes.
bring it to an end. So thank you guys. If you've made it to the end of the podcast, you probably haven't, but make sure to stick around. Maybe if you like what you see, maybe consider subscribing, because we've got high quality, perfect, best content on YouTube coming out. That's the way I'm going to sell it.
Especially
High
Wednesday.
quality,
And
see my
probably not
enthusiasm.
Friday.
We upload Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Monday being the weekly podcast. And you'll see an array of different videos. So thank you very much. And
We're
we'll
not
see you next week.
actually,
Oh,
before we get there, they're not all going to be both of us in them. They'll switch between us.
Monday
day.
will be Monday will be both of us. Wednesday will be me, and then Friday will be Will.
And obviously, any news videos, like, for
Any
example,
breaking
on
news.
a Wednesday morning, if, I don't know, this is a random example I said when I was explaining to Brandon what we'll do. For example, if Henry Cavill just randomly is announced that Superman is coming back and whatever on a Wednesday morning, you will not get a normal video that Wednesday, and you will have a news video instead. But if it's on another day, like, I don't know,
We'll probably
Thursday,
still have the regular Wednesday content because we pre-record that, so.
yes,
But we'll have then breaking
we'll
news.
have to have it at a different time, like MCU Delays. So,
But anyway, yes, that's what we got coming up. Just a little teaser for you there.
yeah, we got actually since
This podcast's been kind of a mess, but it's our first one, so leave it out.
yes, we're getting there. Don't worry, lads.
We'll figure it out. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next week.